Hey everyone, New Throw 12 here. Last time, oh wow, a lot of shit went down. Fucking revealed that Takano's seems to be behind it. I'm just gonna assume the worst and that she's behind it. Or at least a very important role in it. If not, the head. Which is really strange. I didn't expect her to be. She just doesn't seem like the type to be able just to kill a bunch of people randomly for seemingly no reason other than I want to do something. It's really confusing. They're gonna probably explain why, so no point in questioning now. Irie knew about the death of Tomitake and Takano. It seems like both the clinic and the office in Tokyo are in panic. It's ironic how they make a big fuss about their own people, although they don't care about other people's lives when it gets to the research. I see Takano's worker, Okonogi, in the room. Okonogi is the leader of the Mountain Hounds. Oh. Thank God, son of a bitch. I came here to make sure that this guy is still willing to protect me. Based on past experience, I know that they lost interest in protecting me after Takano dies. Okonogi? Takano is dead, but am I still safe? Of course you are! We're still watching out for you, blah blah blah, that kind of shit. God, that's terrible. That's really terrible. The people that are supposed to be protecting her are the ones that are killing her. Probably. Don't worry, Rika. We're going to continue your protection. You don't have to call the police. Oh, anything creepy happens, like, we kill a bunch of people. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Is that what he means by protection? I guess they were listening to my conversation with Oishi. I'm sure. Because they can't have the police interfering with it. That's too dangerous. Heard from Oishi. Is it true that Takano is actually not dead? That can't be true. The Gifu Police Department made it official. That Detective Oishi is retiring this year. Sometimes he makes up stories because he's desperate about solving the case of Oyashiro-sama. You shouldn't pay any attention to what that guy tells you. No, wow. Deflection immediately. Oh, nope, he's senile. Fuck him. Good lord. Just completely, nope, impossible. I think he's right. I mean, in this situation, after the amount of times I've lived, and it's come up before that, there's a zombie walking around. Rena talks about it, other people talk about it. And then, it always comes up that Takano's body, well, not always comes up, but usually comes up that Takano's body is a day older than when she is supposed to have died. I would start to think, this might have some credit to it. This year's the last chance for Oishi. Because he's desperate, he has a bad habit of listening to every rumor he hears. Coming from a coroner, it's not really a rumor. What's your opinion about this case, Okonogi? I can't say anything yet, because they're still investigating. No, you still can. Knowing the relationship of those two, I think it's clear that this is done by someone within the organization. I look at Irie as I hear him talk. It seems like people are suspicious that he killed them. Irie is trying desperately to prove his innocence. He hangs up the phone. What? Why would they... I mean, yeah, they would assume him, but I would immediately go to something happened between the two of them. It is most common when it involves, people. Someone in a relationship is usually the culprit. Even if it's just a front, I would still assume. At least that's what I would do. I wouldn't assume Irie. He's like the least suspicious person. Though, to be fair, I did suspect him the most out of everyone because, Rika was getting needles from somewhere. It has to be from Irie. There's nowhere else she can get needles from. Usually. Unless there's some secret organization that I still haven't known about. Irai is upset that he's being suspected after working so hard for the organization. Oh, Rika, I'm sorry for making you wait.
It seems like you're in big trouble.
Just as you heard. I'm not sure there's a big conspiracy behind their death. People in Tokyo think that I'm the one who's pulling the strings. This is so upsetting. I rarely see him emotional like this. I mean, when you're suspected of killing 2 people, I'd be pretty emotional. I mean, that's a big, serious claim. He feels like his effort is being repaid with a horrible injustice. However, it's a fact that Irai was rejecting the budget cut and downsizing of the research. Tokyo is thinking that it could be a motive to kill them. Why? It doesn't get you anything. Killing a guy that just delivers the news doesn't accomplish anything. It's not going to make him say, oh, we should give him more money. I would look at it and say, oh, guess what? You're getting no money now. What the fuck's wrong with you? No. It just doesn't make sense. Everyone in Tokyo is so suspicious. I understand how scared you are. The people who attacked Takano and Tomitake could be after you too. The people in Tokyo are concerned about it too. We got an order to tighten up your security. Don't worry. I'm relieved to hear that. This is the first time the Mountain Hounds tightened up the security for me. They often ignored me after the deaths of Tomitake and Takano because they became busy watching Irai. Even though they are dead, I'm still in a pretty fortunate situation. Oh no, I don't think this is gonna end well. This is a group that you shouldn't rely on. So you have any idea who killed them? People in Tokyo are investigating now. Based on the situation, it's clear that this was done by someone within the organization. I guess they're suspecting me. You are the only one who could kill Tomitake like that. That's not true. I bet people in Tokyo are talking about the possible use of H173. But that drug was destroyed when the research was cancelled. It's impossible. However, they have no choice but to suspect you in this case. Besides, Mr. Tomitake took a vaccine before he came here. But he still got infected. I think this was an extremely unlikely coincidence. It's just impossible. Irai is usually a very calm person. I mean, I would still bring up the fact that what if someone snuck away a vial of it? I mean, it's very much possible that you didn't destroy everything. Come on, man. Never say, we destroyed everything. Never. Always assume. Always assume there's at least one extra copy of something out there. But once the people in Tokyo start suspecting him, he often loses his mind. Oh, yeah. A lot of people would. It's not good to be considered a murderer. Do you think Takano may be the suspect? She's someone within the organization. Takano? No way. However, Irai thinks that would explain everything if that's the case. But I don't know how to persuade him of that possibility. People want to know the motive. It's not about who did it, but it's about why they did it. It may not be that important to know. After all, you'll never know that motive unless the suspect talks. It's a waste of time for us to guess about the motives. Sometimes. Sometimes motives help lead to the suspect, though. It's wrong for Irai to assume that Takano is not the suspect just because he doesn't know what her motive is. Takano's motive? I don't know. In this case, motive doesn't really help. But she's just weird. She is definitely weird. She did give me a weird vibe, so, I mean, I did feel strange about her. Though I did just pass it off as her being a fucking troll. Because that's what it seemed to be. Rika, you can't say anything like that without any proof. She was so nice to you. How can you be so suspicious of her? Way to get defensive. Okanogi looks at me with a meaningful look, as if I'm disrespecting his boss. Nothing like a... You You're being awfully defensive of someone who's dead. As if you're trying to squash any possibility that she might be alive. It's true that Takano is being very nice to me. It might be disrespectful of me to suspect her. However, I still can't trust her all the way yet. Perhaps I have a bad habit just like Oishi. Am I believing every crazy theory I hear because I'm desperate to get out of this fate? No, you should have at least a better knowledge of something that's going on because you have an omnipotent god on your side that can go anywhere whenever they want to. So I would just have them investigate people randomly, follow them every single different world and say until you find who's behind everything. If it's someone like in this group. That's what I would do at least. Go in order of most suspicious to least suspicious. You can count your friends out because that makes no sense of why they kill themselves. So you can rule them out. You can rule the Sonozaki family out, and that really doesn't leave that many more people. Anyway, we know that something bad is going on around us. We all need to be careful. Don't worry. We received an order to tighten up your security too. Irie smiles wryly. He knows that their protection is actually the same as stalking. See, I would immediately say, hey, can I get no protection at all? Like, you just stay away from me forever? Ever? Rika, make sure that you don't give up too much information to the police. I think you understand, but you could create a problem if you talk to them about our top secret. They're trying to tell me that they would have to kill anyone I talk to. Why? I mean, it's just a fucking disease. Right? This is not the first time they warned me about this. But, what if Takano really is a suspect? That means Okanogi is also dirty. No shit, he's dirty. You can clearly tell. Well, now that we have knowledge of it. Actually, even if I had no knowledge of it, and we just went straight into the afterwards. Straight into Oishi telling us that Takano might be alive. And he's doing this shit? I would actually start getting really suspicious of Takano. Without actually having the knowledge that she is part of it. It makes sense that he doesn't want me to think that Takano is the suspect. If that's really the case, this is horrible. Takano would be my enemy, as well as the Mountain Hounds. In other words, the whole clinic gets the lion's den. Irie is just a researcher in this organization, so he probably wouldn't know what's really going on. The more I think, the more confused I get. Why would Takano do something like this? You're gonna have to get into that fucking crazy-ass mind. I thought I'd just convince myself that the motive shouldn't be in question, but I can't stop thinking about it, because it's important. Usually people don't do certain things without a motive. Usually it's easy to find motives. I mean, that's all it is. Because without a motive, it's strange that anyone would commit a crime just because they felt like it, for no reason at all. It's the whole underpinning of why people commit crimes. Without it, you're just a deranged psychopath, sociopath, that you just wanted to do it because I wanted to have fun, or I just wanted to. It's weird. Is Takano really the suspect? Am I going crazy like Oishi because I badly want to solve this mystery? Perhaps the Mountain Hounds are like wolves watching the sheep. I've lived for over 100 years. I never found out who kills me, and I stayed close with the Irie institution so they'd protect me. You should have probably had one of those timelines where you didn't stay close to the Irie institution. Unfortunate now. What if that was a big mistake? And then you really fucked up. Then it's all your fault. Well, I'm sure that Irie has no bad intentions. I saw how genuine he is in many lives. I can trust him. However, he's not really reliable. Okanogi looks at me. He smiles at me and tells me not to worry, but I see an evil intention in his eyes. Perhaps I have Hinamizawa syndrome, and this is a hallucination. See, that's the thing. Has she ever gotten crazy? Other than getting an injection? I don't think so. So why would you be getting it now? I can't understand anything. I don't know who my enemies are. I have to stop thinking about this. What? No. This is the time to think about it. I have to trust who I know I can trust for sure. There are a few people that I can trust for sure. Ire, Oishi, and my friends. If Okanogi is on Takano's side, he will be watching very closely. If they realize that I'm suspicious of Takano, who knows what they'll do to me. When this world started, I thought I had no time left. But that's not true. The past 2 weeks were long and deep. I'm sure I only have a few more days left until the day of my death. What can I do? How can I change this? Am I supposed to take Hanyu's advice and give up this time? No. Now's the time to find out who's behind it. Come on. I would have fucking found that out on like World 2 or World 3, or at least been trying to really make an effort for it. Because knowing your enemy is part of the battle. The first step, know your fucking enemy. Really hard not to get killed when you don't know who's killing you.
Yes. She has been missing since the night of Watanagashi. Could it be the curse of Oyashiro-sama?
It's freaky that this has happened 5 years in a row now.
Hinamizawa is such a small village. Rumors spread fast.
But she's Sonozaki Mio. She would have found out about this yesterday, even if the police were trying to hide it. No shit. She would obviously know. Keiichi, not so much. My friends are still talking about the mysterious death of Tomitake and the disappearance of Takano. I think Hinamizawa is a superstitious place. No matter what happens, they conclude that everything is the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Fuck, I dropped my pencil. Fucking Oyashiro-sama. Stop being an asshole. I don't care about the incidents of the past. All I'm interested in is the current incident. I'm sure that the suspect of this case will try to kill me too. Oh, I guarantee it's actually not a curse at all. I think it's just all separate instances. People claiming it in the name of. Or at least people desperately trying to link them together. Because this one clearly has nothing to do with it. Other than it's very convenient to do. 2 days have passed since Watanagashi. Today is Tuesday, June 21st, the 58th year of the Showa era. Well, I mean, minus the fact that, she's crazy. At the earliest, I'll get killed on the night of the 22nd. Oh, fuck. That's tomorrow night. Well, I wasn't wrong that there wouldn't be much left. The day of my death is always different. I always end up getting killed, but the day when it happens varies. That sucks. I guess the suspect has his own reason for that. I'm sure about one thing. Based on my experience, I'll be alive for sure until tomorrow night. After tomorrow night, I have to live with the fear of getting murdered any moment. Well, you can rule out in the day, so I wouldn't say any moment. Because no one's going to try to kidnap you in the middle of broad daylight. That's really fucking ballsy if they try that. But there's no reason for me to be afraid. When I wake up, I'll be in a brand new world again. I can never remember how I was killed. Can Hanyu? Because if not, she's fucking useless. That's why I'm not that afraid of the killing myself. Itself. No. Oops. I'm just frustrated that my life is repeating the same things like a broken record. For such a short amount of time, since she's really young, it would suck. If you had a long life, then like the repeating of it would be, this isn't too bad. There's a lot of stuff that can happen between these times. Especially if it varies, and it's like, this isn't too bad. But I feel angry. All of my classmates are expecting that their peaceful days are going to continue. But not me. I feel angry and sad. I don't want to die. No one wants to die. Well, usually people don't want to die.
It's tomorrow night. Are you ready, Rika?
No way. What makes you think that I am? No shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I really want to die. The hell, so I can repeat this 2 weeks over again. Hani was trying to tell me that I might get killed tomorrow night. I feel like Hani already knows that I'm going to be killed tomorrow for sure.
You work so hard. This life's Watanagashi was the best festival I have ever had. I'm sure you felt that way too.
It was fun. It was really fun. Satoko had band-aids all over her face, but everyone was together and we had fun. I want this world to continue forever. I can't accept that. This world is going to end tomorrow at the earliest, and within 1 to 2 weeks at the latest.
I'm sure your next life will be fun too.
That's not making me feel any better. At all.
So this world is going to end now? This is such a happy world. But it's going to be over?
Yeah, I guess. All my friends are together. Geichi's not feeling isolated, and Rena's family is happy too. Mion and Shion are getting along, for once. Well, it's more like Shion's getting along with Mion. That's really what it boils down to. As well as Shion and Satoko. The issue of Satoko's uncle is solved, and she's no longer treated harshly by the village. This is the best world ever. The best case scenarios. But this world is going to end.
Rika, you think you're a normal human, but you were actually very special. Every child wants the party to continue forever. But the party always ends. That's why they wish for the fun time to continue forever. But they never cling onto a party that ended. Once they sleep, another day will come for them. Something happy and fun will happen again. No one disappears like Cinderella once the party is over. What a way for you to describe my view on life. You're just the same as those children who are crying because they don't want to leave the party. Why would you cry and be so sad? The party is coming again soon. You still hate to go through another death, but it's only like sleeping for a while, isn't it?
The fuck? No! It's not, because it repeats at everything. Everything just repeats. I mean, it would be different if it was like a lot of like happiness happening, but this isn't a happy setting. This isn't a party. This is a story where people die and get tortured. I mean, no, I don't want that. In betrayal. No, I don't want to go to that party. I'd rather stay here and not have to worry about it.
I don't want you to see what's there beyond June of the... Don't you want to see what's there beyond June of the 58th year of the Showa? I'd be lying if I said I didn't. However, I'm more concerned about you being consumed by that thought and getting hurt because of it. You just don't understand. Without you, I would have to spend a long time without anyone to talk to. And I just have to stare at the festival without being a part of it. No one would see me. No one could hear me or talk to me either. Do you have any idea how sad and lonely that is?
Do you have any idea of how lonely and sad it is by dying repeatedly for over 100 years? Oh, no. Yeah. Fuck you.
But I finally found you. I can't survive without you. But I can't just die like you either. I would have to live alone until the end of time. I had to be alone until someone like you shows up again. I don't want that. I can't stand that.
Wait, how long So has this thing been repeating before, Rika? Because that would be weird. Did she just happen? Does it repeat a lot? I don't know. From the way it's framing, it seems like something like this would happen. That something keeps repeating until someone wakes up and acknowledges her presence.
Hanyu. Rika, please take back that sad promise you made. I don't want you to give up if this world doesn't work out for you.
Hanyu, I'm sorry. I have to think about it for a while. I want to do what I can to do until the end. I can decide that when my end is here. If I think there's still some hope, I can go on with this life. But if I feel desperate about the situation, I can just give up. It might not be a bad thing to repeat June of the 58th year of the Showa over and over again. Perhaps I might be blessed with another fortunate life someday. Hanyu smiles in satisfaction when she hears what I said. She thinks that my feelings are starting to tilt toward the way she wants. What's up, Rena? Are you trying to convince Rika to come home with you? Hey, Keiichi. Don't you think Rika seems to be feeling down? I don't know. She might be still tired from the dancing ceremony of the festival. Rika is sitting all by herself, wearing a sad expression. I said she might be still tired from the festival, but that's not how she looks. She should be excited since Satoko is free now, but she's been acting weird since yesterday. I wonder if something's going on. Satoko's case is all settled now. There shouldn't be anything that's troubling her anymore. We went through Satoko and Rika. We thought Satoko and Rika might not be able to live together if they found a new guardian for Satoko. But that problem is almost solved. Either the Sonosaki family or the Kimiyoshi family will become her guardian. Rika's guardian is also Kimiyoshi. If the Sonosaki family gets the custody, Satoko will officially become Shion's little sister. Just what she wanted. Anyway, I have no idea why Rika is acting so upset. I think we should ask her what's going on. But I don't want her to think that we're insensitive. But I guess you can ask her, I guess. What? Yeah, I don't want to ask someone that's feeling really sad and depressed what's wrong or how they're doing. I don't want to try to brighten their day. Fuck that. I don't want to be insensitive to them. Fuck. So you're saying that it's okay for me to be insensitive? Rena smiles and sticks her tongue out at me. I walk up to her and talk to Rika. Perhaps something is still troubling Satoko, and we just don't know about it. If that's the case, we need to help her. You don't look so good. Is anything going on? Oh. Keiichi? She was daydreaming, and it took her a while to realize that I'm talking to her. Yeah, daydreaming. Sorry, I was just talking to a god in my head. Sorry. What were you saying? Do I look upset or something? Kind of. Is something the matter? It takes her a while to answer. The long silence means yes, obviously. Keiichi, there's a poem that I want you to listen to. Don't ask me who wrote that poem. I just want you to know what you think of after you hear it. Well, sometimes knowing the poet helps, but whatever. Alright, let's hear it. She closes her eyes and recites a short poem. It goes like this. Everyone has a right to be happy, yet it's so hard to acquire. Everyone has a right to be happy, yet it's so hard to promise. I have a right to be happy, yet it's so hard to compromise. It's a pretty difficult poem. It's so hard to acquire. So the whole point is... Okay. So she has to balance between... Then she's... Her issue is that it's not that she just wants to be happy, it's that she's having a hard time even compromising between promising and trying to get it. But I don't see why that has anything to do with it. She could have just said, you know, I'm really fucking depressed right now. I can't ever be fucking happy. I always die. It's a pretty difficult poem. Did you write that one? Oh, I'm not supposed to ask that, huh? No, you're not. What did you think after hearing the poem? That sounds like a shitty situation. That's what I would say. It sounds shitty.